We're all Allusondrugs. I'm Jemal.
I'm Drey.
And this is Hit the Floor First.
It was a black cat that about a year later was, well, I got a knock on my door and it was this woman and she had a handbag or a carrier bag and she's like, "Is this your cat?" And I looked inside, it was my cat all mangled up. I've been run over. And I was like, "Yeah, that's my cat."
Dark.
Gone.
Dark. Don't remember my first. Oh yeah, my first pet would have been big German Shepherd that everyone was terrified of, called Whooper, and it was genuinely bigger than me. So I used to love that thing. But I used to take it for walks up the park, and it would drag me around the park with it. So yeah, that he was good. I don't know. Still not sure what happened to him. No one ever told me until I was old enough to realise what happens. But still. I still don't know when he disappeared. The first time we noticed we started puberty.
Shall I go first?
Yeah, go on, you can do this.
Well, I was monitoring when my hairs would come through, and the day that one came through is when I noticed.
Monitoring?
For about, you know, because all people in my class were like, "Have you got pubes yet? Have you got pubes yet?" And then, like, this girl was like, "I've got pubes." And she was the only one out of everyone in the class to get pubes. So...
Monitoring.
Yeah, so like
you had a graph,
like,
a graph and distances.
What are you doing?
Oh, how can we possibly do one without the face? Oh. You've got to introduce yourself now. You can't just say that.
Hello.
Just sit down.
My name's Magic Mike, and I'm on the mic. Yo. Hello.
When did you first notice you started hitting puberty?
When I got some armpit hair, and do you know when you're knocking one out? And for the first couple of times, you don't really get a lot out of it, and then you know, when it comes out, you're like, "Whoa, what's that? Where did that come from?" What about you?
I've answered. You're late to the party. I've answered.
I'd quite like to know. He said he was monitoring his pubes.
You'll see it back on the video.
Hello.
I think for me, I took my underwear off one day in the morning, and they were a little bit dirtier than they were normally. I hit puberty pretty young though. I looked like this when I was like 12. First time I ever got starstruck. Oh!
So it was in Croatia, seeing a Red Hot Chilli Peppers cover band. It's like one of my first ever gigs on holiday. I was like, fucking hell. I mean, I was like, yeah.
Red Hot Chilli Peppers coming back. Starstruck. Hard one for me. I've never met anyone really too big. Starstruck. And I've certainly never been hit by a star. Touch wood. So, what about you?
I don't know.
I can't think of it.
Who have I met?
Oh, I do know. The first time I got starstruck was when one of the first ever gigs I went to was Block Party, supported by Biffy Clyro. And when I was watching Biffy Clyro, I think Kelly from Block Party was like on the side, and I was just kind of watching him more than I watched Biffy. And I wish I'd watched more of Biffy, because that was back in the day. But yeah, that must be that.
They were amazing, weren't they, back then?
May have shown up Block Party a tad, but Block Party were very good. What about you? Starstruck. You are a star.
I used to go to Leeds College of Music, and if you're from up where we're from, there's this guy on Look North on news station at BBC across the road. I used to get starstruck having a smoke with him. That was funny. I don't know. I used to go to college with John Newman, but that was before he was a star. It was nice. He's big now, physically and... Oh. I'd have been at school. And I was eating like
I wish Damo was
glue
here.
and stuff. We were just like, for some reason, munching glue and throwing it up.
Our guitarist Damo regularly throws up. The first time I properly spoke to him on Skype. Spoke to him on Skype. This is when I first joined the band. I was chatting to him, and he was there drinking cider, getting battered. And it was about 3 in the morning. He disappeared. He'd fallen asleep. And the next thing I heard, about 3:30, I just looked on the camera on my computer, and he had like one of them jugs, weighing jugs, and he was being sick in the jug on it. You alright, Damo? Never answered me. First time I was sick in public was, I caught it in my mouth. I was in a nightclub down in Devon and was chatting to someone, and I'm really good with that sort of thing. Caught it in my mouth and just swallowed it back. Continued my conversation, but the person noticed that my mouth got a bit full and said, were you just sick in your mouth? Yeah, but don't worry about it, we'll carry on, it's fine.
We are amazing, check us out, we're fucking phenomenal.
Go check out Marmoset's.
Yeah,
Marmoset's were like the best thing I've seen this weekend. I watched them twice, and both times.
Sam out of Marmoset's gave us all herpes as well.
Yeah.
It's promised us not like to say anything, but the world needs to know.
If anyone's been with him, get yourself checked.